Welcome to this episode of Locked In. In this video, I'm going to be going over everything that I carry with me in my one-size-fits-all saddlebag. If you have multiple bikes and you're trying to really consolidate into one streamlined saddlebag so you're not buying multiple setups of essentially the same items, make sure to stay tuned and watch this video. So first off, what saddlebag do I use? I use a custom-made and custom colorwayed Kai Venture roll top style saddlebag, and I will be doing a review on this separately, so make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so you watch that review when it's out. So what I really wanted to do is consolidate down to one saddlebag for all of my bikes. What I've totally done in the past is either forget to swap the certain tube size when I go from a 650 to a 700, my road bike versus my gravel bike. Now I'm buying multiple CO2 pumps and cartridges and tools, things that I just don't want to have to buy multiples of because there's got to be an easier way, right? So I've actually been able to streamline this saddlebag down into its most minimalistic form, and I'll show you the two options that I carry on top of this. And keep in mind, both the bikes that I'm putting this on currently run a 650B by 2.2 at the biggest size on my gravel bike, as well as on my road bike. I'm running currently a 30C tire, but as well as my Poseidon, which has a 40C on it as well. This bag fits all of these bikes, and I'll explain how. So first off, you have your saddlebag here. Now with this roll top style, the beauty of it is I can really stuff it completely full, and it can extend out and really pack in even extra things like my gloves or anything else on top of this, but it can also compact down into its minimalist form. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what we got inside. So I do stuff this in a certain way where the first bag that comes out, this little black baggie, I like to compartmentalize everything in the bag so I know exactly what's in where, and I'm not just fishing around in it for random loose objects. So in my black baggie here, I have two CO2s. This is a 20 gram and a 16 gram. Then inside my black baggie, I have my tubeless patch kit with the bacon strips in it. This is gonna be something to plug a bigger hole in my tire. This also has spare valve stems in it and has a nifty little tool to remove your valve cores if needed. I do have one lightweight little vinyl glove just in case things are dirty and I wanna keep my hands clean. And I've weighed this, it's like less than a gram. Then I have my CO2 pump head. I like this one, it's actually a specialized unit because you can actually adjust it when you do it to shoot the CO2, so you're not trying to squeeze it and bleed it out. It's basically just based on pressure. When you squeeze it, it lets CO2 out. Only thing is it does not have a locking mechanism, so you do have to burn the rest of the cartridge, but I'm willing to do that. Then we have my tubeless patch kit. This is essentially cut pieces of cleaned inner tube with a little bit of super glue. Now as far as this goes, I usually wouldn't carry this. I haven't had that many problems. I typically would patch a tubeless hole like this at home. I kept this in there because of my Grinduro race, so I may or may not take this out going forward in the future, but it does really work well, and I might do a separate video on how to do this. So if you guys want to see that, please make sure to comment below, and everybody else like their comment so I can produce that video for you. Then we go into my Zydo quick link tool. This is basically a quick link tool to remove the quick links. It does have storage for a 11 and a 12 speed because those are the two style chains I run on my road bike and my gravel bike, as well as it does actually have a spare chain ring bolt here, and it is a tire lever. I don't actually use it for a tire lever because I'm just too scared to run an aluminum lever on my carbon rims, even my aluminum rims, because I'm scared of scratching it. So that leads me into the tire lever that I do carry, which is the best tire lever in my opinion, a Pedro's tire lever. I only carry one because these work so good, I've never needed to carry two. Then lastly, my two tubes. Now, yes, I understand that is two tubes in one saddlebag, but hear me out. These are both Turbolito tubes. Now, I haven't physically used these, but they are so lightweight and they compact down so small. This is a 650B by 2.2 tube, and it's this tiny. This is my road tube that goes up from a 30 to a 40C, so it's gonna cover both my road bike because I'm running currently a 30C tire on it, as well as my Poseidon, which has a 40C Nano WTB tire on it. This combination is still lighter weight than one single regular 700 by 40C tube. Now there are lightweight ones out there that might be a little bit lighter than the second combination, but essentially this allows me to carry one saddlebag and just swap it between bikes, knowing that I have everything to cover me no matter what, and these weigh so little, it really doesn't bother me to carry both. And that's it for my essentially minimalistic setup. Again, I could take out the tubeless homemade patch kit, which doesn't weigh a whole lot, The only thing I would add to this on a regular basis, depending on the ride that I'm going on, is my hand pump. This is a giant unit. I do like it. It does work really well for both tire sizes. There are lighter weight options. I might look into the carbon toe peak. The only problem is it's hard to find one that's decently light that will also not take ages to pump up my 650s. This is kind of a nice middle ground, and I've liked the pump so far. It works very well, and it doesn't heat up super fast. Lastly, you're gonna notice or probably ask, hey, where's your multi-tools? Well, here's the deal. Both of my bikes both have tool sets on them. Actually, all three of my bikes, sorry. On my gravel cross bikes, I carry a set of fix-it sticks that are mounted to the bike that do have the 4 of the most commonly used tools. They're gonna be your 3 to 5 Allen and a T25 Torx bolt. That's basically gonna cover all the major stuff on both of those bikes, and that's the setup that I use so that I basically have the tools that I need all the time on there. If I am doing a larger ride and want to carry a full set, I can easily throw in the fix-it sticks tools into here if I want, or just carry the bits in this pouch and put them in the saddlebag and have basically everything that I need up to, I believe I don't have like an 8, but I have up to a 6 and a Phillips head and everything else in here. So I will add that if needed if I'm doing a gravel ride. My road bike has the specialized cage, which has a multi-tool that has everything I really could need on it for my road bike. So I don't need to carry a multi-tool on that bike either. So again, this really pares it down. I'm a big fan of carrying the tools on the bike because realistically, minus getting a flat, obviously, if you're gonna need anything out of your saddlebag, 9 times out of 10, it's either gonna be your multi-tool or your tube. So having the multi-tools out on the bike makes it easier to not have to open up your saddlebag, take everything out of it and deal with it. Everything's quick and accessible, and that gets you back on the road that much faster. So I hope you like this video. Tag me in your personal videos on your YouTube channel if you have one of a breakdown of what you bring on your bike. I am definitely always looking to pare this down even more or make a lighter weight version of it because obviously it's still weight on the bike, and no matter what you're riding, weight is weight, and saving some grams here and there is definitely something I'm always looking forward to doing. So give me a suggestion if you have a lightweight pump that works for both your bigger tires and your road tires. I'd love to see some suggestions. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on so you can see all the videos I put out on this channel, as well as follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are all in the description below. And thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.